welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do something a little different I haven't done yet before. I am going to do a book review. I received a book from Skyhorse Publishing a little while back. I'm not sure when I received it, but I finally got to it, and it is called Nest by Terry Goodkind. I haven't read a book by Terry Goodkind before, but I had seen a lot of good reviews from people, and it's a thriller, and I've not read a thriller in a very long time, so I was pretty excited. Okay, so Nest is about this girl named Kate who she can look at someone and she can look in their eyes and know if they're an evil person. And like, even to the extent where she can see the crime that they committed, and even, pretty much like details of the crime that they committed. Like, she can look at someone's eyes and know, okay, they killed a girl and they did it by cutting her, they did it with knives, and they buried her body. Like, she knows the details just by looking at someone's eyes. And it's even to the point where she can look at a photo, if it was like a real film printed photo, not like a digital photo, but like a for real film printed photo, she can look at the photo, look in their eyes, and know if they're a good person or a bad person. So that's really cool. That's a great premise for a book. That's awesome. It sounded extremely interesting. So I guess when someone is extremely evil, they can look in her eyes and know that she can see they're evil, if that makes any sense. So then, naturally, they want to kill her. So that's kind of what this book is about. I honestly don't know, did I like it or did I not like it? I'm still really confused. So I hope that this review isn't absolutely crazy and that I can actually get my words out. I'm hoping. Anyways, so Nest. It was good. And let me explain. Okay, in the first 2 chapters, it had me completely pulled in. Like, I was so like on the edge of my seat, like biting my fingernails, nervous for what was going to happen, and really intrigued and just flat out excited to read this just from the first 2 chapters. And then the 3rd chapter came, and it was like at the beginning, it was like, oh, okay, this is still good. And then it went chapter after chapter after chapter of info dumpy pages of just, I guess it was necessary information, but it was so it was too much. It was so many chapters of just pure information, or just 2 people having a conversation for like the same long conversation for like 5 or 6 chapters in a row. It just lasted forever. And so I would really start to get bored with the book. But I pushed through, and then I'd get to another chapter and I'd be like, oh, excitement. This is the thriller aspect of the book. Like, this is where it's gonna get good again. And it would be 1 chapter, maybe 2 chapters of really good, your heart in your throat. You feel like you're watching a completely scary movie. And then, once again, that part would end, and then you'd have 2 people having a conversation for 5, 6, maybe even more chapters in a row. I don't know. You hear people say, they're on an emotional roller coaster. This was like a book roller coaster. Excitement, boring, 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 boring. Oh, excitement, boring, boring. It was just frustrating. Yeah, that's the only word I can think of. It was just frustrating because it would be so good, and then it would just be flat boring. The information, like I said, it was necessary information, I suppose, but it would be like, it could have been done in half of one chapter, like that information. It didn't have to take that long. And then chapters after chapter after chapter after chapter of the same two people talking and nothing really happening. And then all of a sudden, you know, oh, she goes to knock on the door and the door swings open. And then you're like, oh, what's going to happen? The door swings open, and then I'm not going to tell you what happened because I don't want to spoil it for you, but mega big, like, hurt your heart, hurt your stomach, oh my goodness type of things would happen in that chapter. And then it's over, and then they're just two people talking for like 6 chapters in a row. I don't know. This book was, let's see, 428 pages. Not a small book. Not like ridiculously enormous, but not a small book. 428 pages. And I'm telling you, it could have all been done, in my opinion, in probably less than 300 pages if you would take out so much of the boring chapters. And then you get to the end and you're like, what? Are you serious? Like the chapter before the last chapter. So the second to last chapter, you're like, oh my goodness. Your heart breaks and you're like, no. And then the next chapter and you're like, what? I don't know. It's so hard to explain without spoiling the whole book for you. I don't know. Anyways, all in all, I mean, I would say that the book was good, but it could have been so much better if it hadn't been so many chapters of boring info dumpy information. I don't know. But anyways, it was good. I think. It was good, but it was frustrating. So, I think because, it could have been a 4, maybe even a 5-star book. But I feel like it was more of a 3.5-star book for me because of all of the boring information chapters that just went on and on and on. There wasn't enough of the thriller. This is a thriller. I mean, it says a thriller. It's a thriller, and it should have thrilled you throughout and maybe had some calm moments naturally, but there was more. Like, say I don't know how many chapters. Say there's 50 chapters, and 45 of them would be the boring, slow information chapters. And then 5 out of 50 chapters would be the good stuff, if you get what I'm saying. It just could have been better, in my opinion. So I think I would probably give Nest 3.5 stars out of 5. It wasn't bad. And I mean, you might still want to read it. I'm not giving it a very good review to convince you to read it. It was good. It could have been great, if that makes any sense. So, I hope that this was even the least bit informative for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.